What's going on, folks? It is I, Brandon the Broker, and this is a video I've wanted to do. Now, I do want to say that I am going to handle this very respectfully, and I'm going to give a little insight as we go along for this. So, this is a video about a guy who pulled up to a bikini barista stand in Arizona, and I couldn't find the video I really wanted to do. I really wanted to do like a news cast or maybe the original video itself. I couldn't find them, so I'm gonna react to One Clouds. So sorry about this.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
My brother in Christ, you saw the camera. You could at least try to pull your pants back up.
What is going on with society, bro?
Like, bro, we so cooked, bro. So the guy you just see, his name is Nautica Malone. And apparently one day he was horny and he decided to go to his favorite restaurant establishment, coffee shop, aka Bikini Bottom, which is basically a Hooters version of Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay, fun fact, I've actually been to this franchise. Well, it's not really a franchise. It's a chain of stands. I've actually been there. Really cool place, really great place. The girls are very friendly. And unlike the ones in, let's say, Seattle and Portland, they wear actual bikinis. Not lingerie, but bikinis. So, make it that what you will.
It's weird. We're gonna get to that in a second. He decided he wanted some coffee, but he likes a little white stuff in his coffee. And to generate that little white stuff, he has to do a special ritual, aka jerk off. But the ritual he wanted to do is better done in private, in the comfort of your bed or bathroom, with the lights off and nobody else in the vicinity. But certain weirdos like doing this ritual with people in the room, and to those people, as long as the other people are consensual and okay about it, which most likely they're not, do your own thing. You're just a weirdo at yourself. But other people like doing it without the consent of other people because it just gets them off more, and it just makes the secretion or ritual and the secretion and the substance from the ritual just
Yeah, and if you got to do all that in public, you really need help.
way better to them in the moment until after the ritual they realize what they have done. But we'll get to that later. So Mr. Nautica here, he decided that he wanted to do this ritual, which he most likely he does every single day, even though he has a wife and kids. But he doesn't care about the wife and kids. He cares about this special ritual. So what he does is he pulls up to his favorite coffee place where the girls are dressed very, very skimpishly. The butt cheeks out, the titties hanging. You know, it's basically a strip club that serves coffee. I ain't gonna lie. But here's the issue: he likes his coffee with the substance that is made from performing the ritual. But the catch, it is very looked down upon to perform the ritual in public, especially around people who don't consent. But this guy's a weirdo, so he doesn't care. He comes up with a grand idea to just do both at the same time, aka jerk his meat off while getting the coffee, most likely to the very skimpily dressed girl who is serving him the coffee.
I do want to say that if you look in the video, if you really look closely, the girl was actually wearing shorts, like jean shorts. So she wasn't in her bikini, she was in clothes, which some of these places, they will do that. Like, it won't always be a bikini or lingerie. Sometimes it's like, you know, athletic wear that's still sexy, but they're covered. She was in jean shorts and like a tank top or something.
He finishes, he can pour this substance into his coffee, stir it up a little bit, and enjoy the rest of his drink. And
Bro, that's gross. Shut up. That is gross.
enjoy his day. But the girl who was giving him this coffee had different intentions. in mind. Let me break it down. See, at this coffee place, Bikini Bottom, it's very common for this special ritual to be done before the customers receive their coffee. I don't know why these people just love this special substance along with their coffee, but they just do. And apparently at this point, the workers got tired of it. So what they decided to start doing is record anybody who they suspect to be doing this ritual, expose them, call the cops, and get these people arrested like they deserve to be. And this is exactly what happened in this clip I just showed you. Nautica was performing the ritual, smiles and all, pants all the way down to the floor, and he was about ready.
Milo's Rewards is here. Join for free today to unlock member perks from the palm of your hand. With every purchase, all members
About ready to receive a special substance. You realize the girl was recording her. Oh no, operation failed. Time to drive off, screwed off, and never be seen again. And hopefully my wife and kids never see this video. Oh, well, 2 days later, he realized he was the #1 trending topic on Twitter and Facebook. And the Facebook is
Okay, let me go in and say this real quick. I've been to a lot of these stands. I've been to Bikini Beans. I've been to quite a few of the stands in Portland, Seattle, Tacoma, that area. I do know it does happen, but at no point have I ever done it myself. Like, come on, go home, look, drink your coffee, go to work, do what you gotta do, go to school. Whatever you do as soon as you get home, that's on you. But leave that stuff away from them. Just because they're in bikinis doesn't mean you got to go do all that.
sweet bad because them Facebook moms, they don't ever let up. When they find a weirdo, you will be punished. And that's exactly what happened. Everybody was on the internet clowning this guy, calling him a weirdo, a creep, disgusting, calling for him to get arrested, which I'm not gonna lie, all of those things should happen because he is a weirdo for doing this. He didn't care about nobody else except his own self and his own pleasure. This is what you get when you do weird things like this. But here's where the story goes south. See, Nautica seen all the backlash that was going on the interwebs. He's seen people calling him out. Apparently his friends and family started to find out. His wife started to find out. And he kind of seen the writing on the wall of what his life will be from now on. And his life was basically cooked. So instead of seeking help in therapy and being a man about the situation and pushing it through and just taking the embarrassment on the chest and just, you feel me, moving on with his life eventually, not just for himself, but for his wife and kid, he decided to take the easy way out and self-delete. Pussy. And I don't care what you say, that is pussy. Now, I truly want to say this right now. Rest in peace to Nautica and condolences to all of his family. But as a man, when you mess up, you have to live with your consequences. I understand.
Agreed. Now, I am going to say that depending on how hard the stands wanted to push things, they could have had them put on the registry. You know, I do think that maybe, you know, I don't know what would have happened. I know it was somewhere between a slap on the wrist, the registry. Something was going to happen to him. Something needed to happen to him. But to be honest, first time happening, you know, and I think because you really couldn't see anything, he could have probably, if he could have got a halfway decent attorney, he could have got off on this. Oh, God, I just realized what I just said. Let's keep going.
Nautica probably thought his life was over. I mean, when situations usually happen like this, people don't just harass you, they harass your family, your friends, hell, they'll get you fired from your job. In all actuality, his life was probably cooked. At the same time, you have a kid at home, you have friends and family who care about you, and even though they may have thought you were weird, at the same time, there's always a road to redemption if you actually change your ways. And at the same time, if they don't, I mean, you gotta face the consequences of your actions, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro? This is life. You can't do some weirdo stuff like that, think you finna get away with it, and then when you get caught, skirt off and just take the easy way out. Like, what are we talking about? That's pussy. I'm sorry, I just gotta say it. It is even more because you have a kid. Did you not think about what would happen to your kid? Not only is your kid now growing up without a father, they also have to feel the embarrassment and guilt and just shame and just horrible feelings when they find out why their dad unalived himself and how he didn't care enough about his family to stop himself from doing it. Do you understand what you're doing to your...
I'm gonna hope by the time the kid really grows up and understands what happened, hopefully all of this is well past. I mean, it will be well past. I think his kid is like 1 or 2. So I just hope it. I don't know. I feel bad for the kid too.
Child. And again, the man is dead, so I don't want to harp on him too much. I really don't like speaking ill will of the dead. But at the same time, I call out stuff when I see it. And I just want to be clear when I say this. I don't think anybody's perfect. Hell, I'm for sure not perfect. Like, anybody can tell you that. And I'm not trying to...
Yeah, dude, we know you're not perfect. I mean, just look at that 49ers hat. Go Seahawks.
Bash this man because I feel like he's disgusting. I'm bashing this man because he's not being a man. He chose a selfish decision. One of the hardest parts about being a man is having to deal with the consequences of your actions most of the time with nobody's help. And that's a sad reality we all have to go through, but at the same time, that's why we are made how we are. That's why we are mentally tougher. We had to figure things out in the worst situations. That's just how we were developed, how God intended us to be. So seeing somebody mess up like this, okay, bro, I'm not gonna lie, very disgusting, but we've all done very disgusting things. Not to that extent. I'm not gonna sympathize or say what he did was anything. No. We don't do that, but we've all done some.
Yeah, we don't do that right there. That one, like I say, I've been to quite a few of these stands in my time, and I've never done that. Once again, get your coffee, go home, do whatever you gotta do at home. Whatever you gonna do at home. You know, or hey, whatever you gonna do it somewhere where they ain't gotta see it and you ain't affecting anybody else. The moment you start to affect other people with what you doing, you lost control of your life.
Things that were probably very disgusting. Probably we shouldn't have done them. And if those things had been recorded, our lives would probably be good too. So on that note, even though what he did is weird, disgusting, he should have gotten embarrassed from that. We are all humans. We all mess up. We all make horrible mistakes because of being horny or being selfish or doing weird things. We're all bad people at the core. But what makes us human is coming back from our mistakes. Yeah, you got a little bit horny one night and you jerked off like 5 times. Tomorrow, you gotta wake up and go to work at 9 a.m. No matter how unmotivated you have to do, that's the consequence. Making bad decisions and dealing with your consequences so you don't make those same bad decisions over and over again. And even though the decision he made was truly horrible, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I would come back from it. I would figure out a way because I'm a man and a human being. And that's what he should have did. Especially if I had a kid. Like, how could you do that? And another point I've been seeing on the internet is people saying, oh, I feel bad for him because I had the internet backlash.
The thing is, even if I want to feel bad for the dude, it's kind of hard to feel bad for the dude because he made this decision on his own. You know, when you do something stupid, you gotta feel some kind of shame for it. But the best way to run from it is to get off the internet, lay low, you know, sit in the house. You know, hell, if you gotta run back to mom's house, run back to mom's house. You don't unalive yourself.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a content creator. I've received hate before. It's not fun. It's really not fun. And especially in the manner that his stuff went viral, it would have ruined his life. It really would have. At the same time, you can always bounce back. The worst thing that can happen is him losing his job, his wife divorcing him, and his friends distancing themselves from him. Of course, he'll get fired too. He'll be put on this offender registry most likely, in the worst case scenario, and it will be a long road to redemption. But hey, that is why you don't jerk off to women unconsensually in public. And if you need something to hold on to, bro, hold on to God. Hold on to something like that. Hold on to something bigger than yourself. Use whatever you need to as a crutch and get your way back to the top. But always give appreciation for what that crutch you use. Unless you're like Hitler or something. I don't know about that. And he for sure could have bounced back. But now we will never know because he decided to take the easy way out. So my main message with this video. Y'all, don't give up. You can always come back. You can always redeem yourself. You can always be forgiven. Life is just about making mistakes and coming back from it. You can always come back for something. And if you don't think you can, well, why did you do the damn thing in the first place? Now, I also could talk about the lust factor about this whole thing. I just got horny, bricked eye, whatever.
Okay, no matter how horny you get, I don't care how horny you get, this is not an excuse to go do what he did. I mean, once again, number one, you got a whole beautiful wife at home. Bruh, put your wife in a bikini and do whatever you want to do. But if that wasn't gonna hit the spot, bruh, the bathroom, what I forget what it's the coconut oil lube, and do your thing. So, what is you going in this line for and doing all this for?
But everybody's been talking about that. We all know that, you feel me? Being this horny is a bad thing. One thing I'll add to this, though, that to all the people who jerk off consistently, like 3 to 4 times a week, or maybe even every single day, I'm telling you, you don't see the side effects of that right now. But once you turn 25, 24, and you practice those habits every single day, this is what you could eventually become. You jerk off.
Bruh, I'm 42, and I have not done anything like that. Nada like that. No. Don't put this on us. This is not the rest of us. This is him. Leave me out of it. Do not talk. One Cloud, I love you. Do not speak for me. No.
Consistently, or even if you're just cracking consistently, busting nuts on the regular, doing stuff on the regular, your brain gets used to that dopamine that you're getting from that. If you don't know what dopamine means, you're basically getting used to that feeling. That's why if you jerk off a lot, you start liking weirder stuff. You want more dopamine. You'll go from liking vanilla stuff to hardcore stuff. I've seen it happen with other people. And once you get to that mentality, you're cooked. You're on the Diddy path now. And it may not always turn into the gay Diddy stuff. But sometimes it will turn into the in public stuff, the against their will stuff, the Pete stuff. And for some people, it will be the in real life against their consent and the coffee stuff. That's why I'm telling y'all, bro, be very careful. I'm not finna give y'all unrealistic expectation by telling y'all just to go cold turkey. Y'all not finna do that. But at least monitor it. You should not be jerking off more than 2 times a week. I'm just keeping it real. If you are, you got a problem. You shouldn't honestly be jerking off more than 1 time a week. If you do, you got a problem. Honestly, this is all I have to say about this situation. Prayers out to his family. It's really sad that this happened, but at the same time, actions have consequences. Take that how you will. I'm not finna get hate for this video. It is what it is. That's just my opinion. Besides that, stay safe. God bless y'all, and just be smart, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus always love.
I'm with them. Be safe. Don't do stupid stuff. Don't jerk off to girls in public. Don't jerk off to anyone in public. Don't jerk off in public. Okay? Once again, go home, drink your coffee, get your coconut lube, and go to town. Leave innocent people alone.